Welcome back, everyone. We are watching more Shogun or Shogun. I've taken Japanese in high school. I studied a little bit here and there. I'm not fluent whatsoever, but I know words. I've been to Japan, all of the above. But for some reason, I never really understood. I always pronounced shogun as shogun. And it's just like that brain switch thing. But usually when I see a Japanese word, I know how to pronounce it. But I was just like, yeah, it's just shogun. But on the tongue, it feels better to say shogun. But here we are. This is episode 5. This one is called Broken to the Fist. And last episode, the war has started. And it was gruesome to see those cannons hit all of the men and destroy them. It was just absolutely crazy. And I don't know now what happens. There is a war, so they've got to prepare. 5. That's Toranaga. Whoa, so he went to go get an army. Okay, so did he know that there was going to be a war? He prepared. Oh, wait, that's Buntaro. He did not die? Oh. Yeah. So the story that they talked about last time, like those lovers that are cursed, that's them. That'll be them, because she does not love Buntaro.
池田殿がふさわしいと存ずるが。
あのポンクラか。座がいなかくそうな。殿はいかがかな。キリシタンクソなりすぎる。前田殿を推挙いたす。
さすがに人を見る目が腐れ梅族と座を囲むくらいなら、この腹かっさばいた方がマシよ。
杉山殿、前田殿は大野殿のいとこにあたるお方じゃ。
Oh, that's so awkward.
いるとは恐るべきことと存じまする。
わしが集めておいた浪人の一団が文太郎に加勢したのじゃ。江戸に着いた時、生き残った浪人は
安仁様のすべての振る舞いを書き記したものにござりまする。
She's so thorough.
私へのお怒りは承知しております。
いささかの疑いも持たなんだか。上善を亡き者にするようやぶしげにはめられたやもしれぬと。お前をあのような愚行に駆り立てさせたのは野心に燃える老いの方か。
父上、
殿と呼ばぬかいつまでも甘えるでない。餌で連ねば動かぬ横着者もおる。じゃがな、手なずけられん者などおらぬ。を身につけよう。そなたのために狩りをさせるのじゃ。
殿。
Is that the head of what's his name? Okay. So who sent the head?
上善様にござりまする。
Who decided that was a good idea?
Understand a word I'm saying, but when I was your age, one of my first chores was cleaning game. My father would poach from the estate in Chatham. Watch this.
腐る。
Yes, yes. There will be a terrible stench. But this is a gift from Toranaga-sama. It must be the best pheasant this village has ever... No one is to touch this bird. Kokoro imashita ka?
No.
Kinzuru. Sawattara shinu.
おじ上、無事にご生還そばされ何よりでござります。
マリコはどこじゃ。
Oh my god.
見られたのでございますから、存分におもてなしさせてくださりませ。
奴めお前と寝たのか。
いいえ。ありがたいことに、安仁様には私より好みに合う女子がおりますので。
Don't say his wife, please.
亡き胸を石堂に誓えと命じられたそうじゃな。
いつも通り全てお見通しでござりまするな。
どうなさる
この拙者は虎長様のもとにとどまります。
ご本人と宣告されようぞ。
そうなりましょう。大坂で共に朝日を眺めた時から虎長様と拙者は一連卓勝にござりまするゆえ。
このような策略を思いつくほど賢くはない。
That's crazy when you know your own son
だから我が
so
親を知りたかっ
well.
たかと存じますあの日の前夜
Yeah, he's on.
おいご殿に伝えよ。安心と鍛錬しておる大砲隊の
Whoa.
采配を任せると。近江殿には当然の方。
Oof. Cannot. Ugh. Ugh.
のように台所を汚されたと思うたら
What's that?
ただの叔父上が黄泉の国から
Yes.
取られようと焼き食いの種がまた一つ増えましたね
言えば庭は臓器が生い茂るだけの茂みに過ぎませぬ。
わかります和次郎。
戸田様じゃ。
My husband wishes for you to address him as Toda-sama, as Bintaro is reserved only for those close to him.
Oh, dang.
何やら屋敷の中で死んでおるのではないか。
失礼いたします有限の支度が
Are they eating the pheasant?
Esteemed guests
Oh,
on
no.
this wonderful evening.
I mean, God, is
I
this
am
really how?
proud to present to you tastes
British-
from my home country. I had to substitute for
No.
the ingredients, sake, sherry.
It stinks
two other
still.
things, but that's the beauty of a good stew at all.
Oh, but that no, I would eat 10,000
Yeah,
pounds of
particularly
natto
Sanjin-sama.
than this.
It is our loss.
Couldn't you get sick from this?
You know where I come from, only women drink from a tiny cup like that.
Here we go.
安仁様のお国ではもっと大きな杯でお酒を召し上がるそうでございます。
They're so shocked by him.
This is how we drink.
海に捨てておしまい
Really?
Ask your husband if he'd share the story of his escape in Osaka.
は死人を飾ろう。
安仁様のお国では手柄話をするの
I
が
get
普
it,
通の
like,
ことなのでござ
I
いましょう
get that. I mean, lots of people died on his way
ならば
to
こ
get
やつ
here.
に戦の話を聞いてみよう。
But
My husband is tired and has had a lot to drink. You must tell him a story.
oh God.
おい！来ない！指まで！
Asks you to choose a post.
But he's going to shoot it.
The left or the right post.
Oh, man can't even see straight.
Please,
Oh my God.
choose. 右の柱を
Mariko-sama, you should move.
Oh my God.
Mariko-sama, move! Mariko-sama!
Oh my. Holy cow.
Mariko-sama! Get out of the fucking way!
あろうことか。お前を丁重に扱いじゃぞ。
Why?
こやつにお前の氏筋
Oh,
を教えてや
because
る。
of her. Because he's. Jesus. He sees her like that? He actually sees her as less than.
Tell you about my family.
お前にどんな横島な汚れた血が
Oh
流れておるのか
God.
教え
This
てや
is
れ。
not okay at all.
Kuroda-sama was corrupt and murderous, and so my father killed him out of love for the realm.
Oh wow.
All of my brothers, sisters, and my mother, they all knelt before my father, who was forced to execute them
Oh
one
my
by
God.
one before committing seppuku himself.
Wow.
Each year, on the anniversary of my family's murder, I ask my husband to let me take action against this injustice because my husband orders me to live.
That's how she will take action to kill herself. So he's purposely punishing Mariko.
To remember the Eightfold Fence.
Right, the Eightfold Fence. So she's screaming within deep, 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 deep down. She's crying. She's getting beaten up by him?
二人とも出て行ってくださりませ出て行ってくださりませ
Oh, hold on.
Sake.
Sake! Is that your excuse?
Wow. So he hit those from inside the house without really seeing. He's deadly. He is. He's a deadly warrior.
村で患者を探し回っておるようじゃな。
殿、拙者が名乗り出ること何と
の誠の名は殿本明直。かねてよりわしに仕える大事な家臣じゃ。患者の役目を続けよ
う。村で噂が立っておりまする。このお屋敷はタタリ神に取り憑かれたこと。
行きませんでしょうか。
I don't understand anything you're saying.
Oh,
Where is
no. Oh no, they have to deal with it.
she? You're disgust for him. If you want to be free of that shitless coward, then be free of him.
Still, you understand so little. Her grandfather bought them from a drunken samurai for 3 bags of rice to spare her the embarrassment. But she knows nothing and we say nothing. I will give my husband nothing. Not even my hatred. Because that is what he married.
Shuffling around with your manners and your buried self for what?
I would not expect for you to understand.
Oh, forgive me, but you'd die to avenge your father. You'd live in anguish. You'll never be free of this prison.
No, Anjin-sama. It is you who is imprisoned. If freedom is all you ever live for, you will never be free of yourself.
There's truth there too.
But from this day forward, the only words we share will be from others' lips.
What is it? Oh, the Gardner. Old bastard should get a medal just for being able to climb up there. Fine. He's been up there long enough anyway. Ujiro.
Oh no, they killed him? Because of what he said?
Shinemashita.
Words are important here.
Doshite.
Oh my god.
What have you done? You put that old man to death. Over a stinking, God-cursed pheasant.
He's in a different place. This is a different place. Words matter. It's all about kill me, kill me.
Go away.
Take my life.
All of you! That my ship and my men be returned to me so that I may leave and not return.
二人とも
You
顔
can
色が
see
悪い
that.
Only the meaningless rituals you're trapped in. Like Ujiro.
こわっぱじみた振る舞いをするでない。
It is my understanding that you ordered no one to touch that bird, and by law your house could not disobey that. Your words gave it meaning.
ざる事には構っておれん。
So someone had to steal it and bury it. And Ujiro announced that he had been sick lately, so he volunteered. It was a better end than he could have hoped for.
What?
I killed him.
We live. And we die. We control nothing beyond that.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god. The earth is swallowing them up. And we've got to remember, this is the country they live in. They live and you die. You have no control over anything that happens here at all. It's just so, it's a different mindset. And you have to have it. You have to have it.
He's here!
Oh, being buried alive. Oh my gosh. Wow.
These belong to Fuji's father. They may not be much, but I'd be honored if he would accept this gift.
Their houses are easy to break down so they can build them back up. Easy. Fuji. He cares so much. This episode has been magnificent. In the rock.
暗躍しておったようでござる。
それ名は上次郎、万人の屋敷に仕えておりました。昨日死にましたが。
So Uejiro died for them then. Right? Like, it's not just about him getting that bird. Like, I mean, it is, but it also is like I think they talked to him about it, like, you need to die for this and pretend, like it was all set up.
我が子の行く末を案じてしもての。
太閤様のお世継ぎにあだなす者あらば、この石戸、命をかけて。
力聞かせてもらいましょうぞ。
That was beautiful. That was just such a beautiful episode. It's so complex because, of course, I'm from the Western world. I come from different cultures. My mother is Iranian. My father is a black man. I grew up in the Bay Area, in California, which is in the U.S., in the 90s. And that matters. And then if you're born in Japan, all the way back in the 1500s, and that matters, like we all have our culture, what we grew up in, what we believe, and it doesn't change. So for me, of course, when John talks and speaks to Mariko, when he speaks to everybody and he expresses his heart and his feelings, I can get it because it's very much in line with Western. That's our reality. We're very off the cuff. We say what we feel. We are emotional. We can be loud. We can be rude. And no one has to take their own lives because of that. And in another culture, that's a different situation. It's just very interesting because, yes, when I listen to him and I'm like, yeah, Mariko, come on, like you're gonna die. Inside of you is going to die. There's just no way that your body can handle this. Like, the diseases that come with holding things in are very real. A lot of our diseases we have are very much correlated to stress and to the mind. And when you feel pain inside of you, it comes outside of you. And so there's like a real thing that John's talking about. But obviously it's more so he cares for her and he sees her as like just human, just Mariko. He doesn't see her last name. He doesn't see her shame. He doesn't see her sins. He doesn't see any of it. He just sees her. And that is different to Mariko because that's not how she was raised. It's just different. So when I say culture is important, it is important. There is no right or wrong. Like, I think that's what I want to really get out, is that even though I can disagree with some of the things that Mariko is saying, I can also agree that for her, this is how it works for her and the Japanese people and her culture. Her culture is not wrong. It is the way it is because it is how you survive. They just showed exactly how dangerous it is in Japan. The earthquakes and just getting sucked down and buried into the earth is crazy to even think of. So to see that happening, as Mariko is saying, we live and we die, and this is how we learn. And right when Mariko is saying that, then the earthquake starts. So again, it's this reminder of the culture is the way it is because of how unstable the environment is. So you can't control the weather, you can't control the earth. It is going to crumble around you and you don't know when it's going to happen. And it's serious, it's deadly. And we saw how deadly it can be in this episode. So everything that they talk about, even, and that's really what is beautiful about this, is that culturally, Everyone around the world can watch this series right now in 2024. We're all watching this. You could be in India, you could be in England, you can be in America, and we're all over and we're watching this. And that means everyone's watching it with their own perspective, with their own lived experience of however old you are, with whatever beliefs you have, whatever culture you have. So we're all gonna have our own like biases. But we're all watching this, probably getting annoyed with the fact that Mariko's not moving when her husband is shooting the arrows, that Mariko keeps saying, no, I'm going to hold this in. We're like, no, you need to stand up for yourself. This is wrong, and you're not your shame. You're not connected to your shame. And stop saying you want to die. Why do you guys keep talking about dying? Take my life, take my life. And we're all like, by the end of the episode, close to the end of the episode, we're just like, we're like, come on. But then that earthquake shakes us. I think that at the end of the episode, we should all be shook, because we have to understand, or try to understand, that this is how they have to live, because life can end at any moment. And I think that the writing of this episode was fantastic. The way it led up to the shaking, where we all are literally being shook. We're like, oh, okay, we get it. Okay, if you have to believe what you have to believe to make it through this climate, you have to believe what you have to believe to make it through where you were born, which they didn't have a decision on where you're born. We just wake up one day and we're here. We don't know why. We don't know why we're in this body. We don't know why we're in this country or that. Does that make sense? Or is that too hippie for you guys? I don't know. Is that too out there? But it's like we didn't say, okay, so in the womb or even before we're in the womb, all right, I want to have this color hair, this color skin. I want to be born in this country. I want to have this and make sure I'm very rich. We don't have that. It's the luck of the draw. It's picking out a lot, which we don't even have a decision to make on that either. We're just born and we're here. And some of us ended up in wonderful places with wealth and education, and some people did not. And it's just, there's no arguing it. It's just learning how to adapt. And so for me, I can feel all I can feel and disagree or agree or whatever, but who cares what I think? This is their culture. This is what they believe, and it is necessary. And I just feel like it was masterful how they showed that to us. Beautiful. It's just with Uejiro being killed, and if it was a part of that plan of him being like, he died for a great cause, not because of the damn bird, but because Toranaga needs the spy. And I'm going to assume Uejiro, because Uejiro was friends with the spy, and so I think he took the pheasant, and he's like, I know that means I'm going to be killed. It kind of worked out to their favor in some ways. So because it was the Anjin that ordered it, so it wouldn't look like a conspiracy. No one would ever question it. But the fact of the matter is, words do have meaning. Words do matter. And, I feel like in America, and I'm not going to speak for everyone because it's a mixed pot. It's a gumbo. We have different things going on in America. Lots of different belief systems, cultures, religions, ethnicity. So I can't speak for everyone in the U.S. because we're all different. But the feeling that I get is that, and I think even in England and in European countries, sarcasm is so big. We're such sarcastic people. I live off of sarcasm. I love it. I just love it. And I love when people can mess around and joke around with words, and words can be that don't mean, so it's just weird because some people believe words are 100% like what you say is what it is, and like they live and they die by that, and other people we're like, no, it just, they're words. They don't mean anything. They're just words. We made up the words and we put meaning to the words. You know, we were grunting and groaning for most of, you know, the beginning of human civilization. We're just like we didn't speak, you know. So it's like, it's that thing where, again, it's like different. In a different culture, a word has meaning. So just with that being, you know, they respected him so much, with this respected John, to not take that nasty rotting bird off of the damn roof, and he's like, you will die. And they're like, okay. And so it's good. It's a good lesson for him, because guess what? He lives in Japan right now. He doesn't want to be there, but when you live somewhere, you must follow their customs. You must learn. That's the point. Yeah, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful to see different cultures come together, and how hard it is to watch these people that you care about. That, like, John obviously cares for Fuji-sama. He cares for Mariko. He even cares for Toranaga, even though Toranaga's like, I'm not dealing with this child stuff. He's saved Toranaga so many times now, it's funny. But he really cares. But he has to also learn to respect that this is how they live, and this is what they believe. And I think, yeah, if you move somewhere, you got to fall in line with those wherever you moved. Keep your spirit about you, keep your freedom about you, but you got to, yeah, you're moving to another country. You can't expect it to change. It's beautiful to kind of get this lesson on culture, this episode, and to find that, like, just on a human level, the deep respect for one's culture, for someone else's culture, and understanding that they are different and you are different, but you can come together on certain points, you know. But yeah, it's not a fairy tale. Life is real. People believe what they believe. Words matter. Words have meaning. It may not feel that way for you, but it might feel like that way for someone else. And that's how we get misunderstandings. That's how we get into fights. That's how this communication. And communication is tough with people of the same culture, with the same language, and it's still hard for them. So let that sink in. But this was a fantastic episode. Very excited for next week. Thank you guys so much for watching with me, and I will see you soon. Bye, everybody.